Thank you for all audience, students from Doctoral Program student from Mr. Gajah Mada, as well as doctor student from University Putra Malaysia. I send the Zoom link to Dr. Johari, the representative of Mr. Putra Malaysia. Today's session is about the tips of presentation in a colloquium. So Fitri, can you show my slides? Hello, Fitri.
Yes, Prof.
Yeah,
Yes,
go ahead.
Prof.
Yeah, go ahead. Show my slides. Okay. In this short talk that I like to share with you all, I like to emphasize the meaning of colloquium. Now I'm going to turn my camera to here, to my. Can you all see it well? Hello?
Yes, Prof.
Can everybody see my whiteboard?
Yes, Prof.
Thank you. Okay. So I want to begin that colloquium derived from the word colloquial. It means that casual. So the word here is casual conversation. So it should not be the one that is so strictly with a format. So that it should not be an exam. It should not be a graded conversation. Yeah, it's a colloquial conversation. Therefore, colloquium in academics, I would say that it is a scholarly conversation. Meaning that you're going to present, you're going to share your research outcome. So therefore, I'm going to talk to you what are the materials for you to share today. Okay. Then from the end of the colloquium, I wish that you all know what to do next in your research inquiry. So every one of you all have your own stage of research, right? Stages of your research. Therefore, I have in my slides, I divided the stages of research into 4 stages. I will come to that during the slides later on. All right. And then, let me remind every one of you all, you should not, I repeat, you should not present all your research. Colloquium, you only present a portion, one portion, I repeat, one portion of your research investigation, your inquiry, one portion. So that, therefore, I repeat, I mentioned it in my slide later on stages. There are 4 stages. You only pick one stage. You only pick one stage. Okay, everybody understand that? Yes or no?
Yes, Prof.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Can you besarkan layar dia tadi? Okay. So now I'm going to move to the second image on my whiteboard. Here. Can you all see it well? Fitri, can you pin it? Hello,
Yes,
Fitri.
Prof. I did. Yes, I did.
You pin it. Okay, thank you. All right. So can I ask someone? Can I ask someone to read this one here? Can I ask someone to read this one? Hello?
Structural biodiversity of urban forest infancy cultural ecosystem service delivered to urban inhabitat in Johor Bahru, Malaysia.
Okay, so you see, title of your research generally will be the first slides that you're going to present to the audience in the colloquium. Therefore, title is the introduction. So you must get it right. Yeah, so that it is valid in the perspective of research. Okay, how to make it valid? Okay, let me share with you all. In a title, generally there is a subject followed by what is the effect. Okay, this is a verb or a gerund. then followed by an object which is affecting the subject, and then the setting. Okay, this is it must has a setting. Okay, it must has a setting or context. Okay, everybody get that one? Hello? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, good. All right. So here, let us analyze 2 minutes on this topic. This topic is my latest student that passed her Viva about 10 days ago. Okay, her exam, defense of her doctoral thesis 10 days ago. All right. Structural biodiversity is the subject, okay, of the urban forest. So therefore, what is the effect? Influencing. Yeah, this is the effect. Influencing. Okay. And then, what is the object? The object is this. Cultural ecosystem service delivered to the inhabitants. This is part of the object. This is also part of the object. Where is this, what is the setting? The setting is here. In a city called Johor Bahru in Malaysia, right? Therefore, this has to be a good topic. Okay. After the exam, the student was advised by the examiners that this topic can be shortened. That is a jargon. That is an inappropriate word. That is a repetition. That is a redundancy. So therefore, the examiner asked to erase this one. Okay, can I ask again the one who read just now? What is now the title of this research is? Can you read again? Hello?
Structural biodiversity of urban forest influencing cultural ecosystem service to urban inhabited in Johor Bahru, Malaysia.
So delivered is a jargon. So therefore, delivered cannot be in the title. I see, meaning that you must be careful, to write your title. Okay, now let us go to my slide. Fitri, can we go back to my slides now?
Sure, Prof.
Okay, back to my slides. Okay, can you move my slides to? Hold on, can you move slide next slides? Okay, so here we're going to share our knowledge, as what I mentioned just now, right? But the most important thing is that at the end of the colloquium, you must know what to do next. If you know what to do next, your attendance, your participation in the colloquium is successful. Okay, so we're going to present only one portion, a portion. Okay, so this, to present it, you can select one of the steps here. It can be a stage 1, all right? It can be a stage 1, that is preparations of research proposal. It can be stage 2, research methodology. It can be in stage 3, result and discussion, or you are almost complete. To complete your research, you are about to submit your thesis for defense. You are at the stage of conclusion. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the examples of my student. Okay, so in the preparation of research project stage 1, you can explain your literature review. The explanation is not enough if you do not present your research trend map. I'm going to show you an example. You must show your research trend map. This becomes the base, the setting of your research inquiry. Then with that, you can have aim, objective, research questions. Research question is so important for those who are doing exploratory research, who are doing narrative research, right? Who are doing explanatory research. Okay, important on that. Then show your theoretical framework. Even though you just begin, at least you begin to show your preliminary framework. All right. So now we're going to look at one of my students who is about to attend her Viva next 2 weeks. Her name is Sarah Alia. Next slide, please.
Jadi kan cuma istilahnya validasi permohonan, ya. Data diambil ke lokasi ini, masyarakat.
Can someone mute that one?
Yo, maksudnya mas.
Hello, can someone mute? All right. Can you all hear me now? Hello?
Yes, Prof.
Okay. Can someone read this topic, the title of this research? Someone? Hello?
Okay. Yeah, yes, Prof.
Go ahead.
Yeah, children's ecological literacy on ecosystem in rural environment and natural learning. Thesis by Sarah Alia Norazlan.
Yes, Prof.
Okay. Children's ecology. What is the subject of this topic? Hello? Hello? What's the subject of this topic? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, Prof. Yeah.
What's the subject of that topic just now?
The slide is not shows right now. Maybe it's children's ecological literacy.
Fitri, can you show my slides?
Bu Fitri, maybe you can add me as a co-host so I can
Fitri.
show the slide.
Okay. Pak Hartono.
Bu Fitri jadiin Mas Elpisnya co-host aja, Bu, biar bisa Mas
Iya.
Elpis
Mana ya?
di partisipan, habis itu jadiin Mas Elpis
Oh,
partisipan.
nggak ada pilihannya ya? Atau dari Pak Hartono yang ini? Nggak ada pilihan. Pak Hartono bisa kah dari tempat Pak Hartono?
Wait ya, Bu Fitri lagi dimintain.
Okay, slide 4. Can you go to slide 4? Yes. So what is the subject of this topic? One answer from one student. No. Not this slide. Yeah. What is the topic? What is the subject of this topic? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's the subject of this topic? Someone can, I need a participation here. What's the subject of this topic? I need someone to answer it. Hello?
Children ecology, sir?
Yeah, ecological literacy. Yeah, that is the subject of the topic. Okay, what is the setting?
Rural environment and natural learning.
Yeah, rural environment. Natural learning also the subject of the topic. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, you see here. Okay, I need everybody to read this first. All right, and you see there is this onion, the 3 rings, right? The outer ring is outdoor environment. Then the inner ring is don't change the slides.
Sorry,
don't change the slide.
It is automatic when I share screen. Sorry, sir.
Okay. The outer ring is outdoor environment. Okay. So this is stage 1. Therefore, she going to present only her review of literature. Okay. All right. So first, outdoor environment. Therefore, she need to read a lot on diversity, richness, dynamics of play when children's in outdoor environment. Okay. And then she narrowed down to play and learning. So this is part of her research trend map. Okay, but I'm going to show you another one later on. Okay, in the fourth slide. Okay, then she narrowed down to play and learning, for which that she looked at unstructured play. When children learn in natural environment, it's unstructured, it's informal, it's a direct contact. Then she focused further on ecology, which is on biophysical elements and natural ecosystem, plants and animals. Okay, therefore here, okay, I want someone to read the next line here. Can someone read the next line? Hello, can someone read the next line? No, don't change that. Can someone read the next line, guys?
Which one, Prof?
Yeah, anyone, any line. The first, yeah, there is a need. Okay.
Yeah. There is a need to better understand of the people-environment relationship to improve the quality of life and of the environment.
Okay. Do you think that this is a proposition or a suggestion?
Proposition, maybe? Prof?
Yeah, it can be a proposition. It can also be a suggestion. Can you read the next line? Can another student read the next line? I want everybody to participate here.
Natural environment has been a site for children to play with many physical activity, such as we weigh 2015 and 2004 appear to benefit from being outdoor, where they able to stimulate action and perception.
Very good. So therefore, Sarah, the author, need to read at least 2015 and 2004 at least, because she has E.G example, right? Yeah, citation. Only 2 citation, but actually she read more than this. In order to get this sentence, she has read many in the literature review. Therefore, she shows a vast of literature review here. Therefore, this sentence, that natural environment has been a site for children to play with many physical activities, appear to benefit from being outdoor, where they're able to stimulate actions and perception. Okay, this is called a proposition. So therefore, her research can be hinged, can be situated, can be based on this statement. I repeat, this is a proposition. I'm going to write down here. Guys, I'm going to write down here. Look at the chat. You all get that? Proposition? Yes,
Prof.
no?
Yes, Prof.
Thank you. All right. So I need someone to read the third sentence. The third sentence.
Reconnecting children to interact with the living system in the natural environment allow them to enrich their thinking and learning, as well as a belief that ecology in science may be a particular important domain in early childhood.
Okay. This is another proposition, and therefore, her research from the onion ring, from outdoor environment, play environment, ecology, able for her to deduce, I repeat, to deduce this statement. This is a proposition. This become the hinge, become the base for her research. All right. The next one, continue reading. The last person just now, continue reading. It is essential. Hello. Continue reading.
An essential part.
Continue reading.
Is an essential part of the process of creating a child-friendly environment that will offer more meaningful experience for children, encouraging engagement and interaction with the environment.
You see, the word here, now he begins to bring the umbrella or the domain, the realm of her research, the domain of research. What is the domain? Child-friendly environment. In a child-friendly environment, that she used the most important word here. There are 2 words: engagement and interaction. meaning that student must engage. Engagement, interaction to children are play. You both go back to the onion just now. The third ring is play and learning, right? You all get this? Do you all got this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
I think I have a problem here. You don't get it, right?
Still thinking maybe for me just to menyimak dan merekam lagi.
Okay. Next slide, please. I never believe in the impactness of online learning. I hate it. Never mind. Okay, you see, from that, then she begin to go to the subject of research. Therefore, the subject of research is called ecological literacy. Here, she defined her own after reading a vast number of literature. Don't change it. She defined it. Can someone read the one connecting children to natural environment? Someone read the one? Hey, why the cursor is keep on moving? Okay, can someone read the one connecting children to natural environment?
Me, Prof. Okay. Connecting
Don't
children.
move the cursor.
Pak Gun, kursornya jangan ini ya, jangan digerakkan, nanti mengganggu. Kursornya.
Don't
Ya,
move the
itu
cursor.
kursornya dibiarin aja, Bang. Ya.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Can I start, Prof?
Yeah, connecting, yes.
Yeah. Connecting children to natural ecosystem provides them with sense of place and understanding of their immediate environment that is known as ecological literacy.
Okay, this is one important thing in stage 1 in your research. Okay, you must write your own, define the meaning of your subject in your own words. I repeat, you must write in your own words, in your own stance. You should not just cite, because this is your main subject, your subject of research, ecological literacy. You understand, guys? This is where PhD is. You don't cut and paste. You don't just follow for someone, then you put here. No, that's not. In order to get this, therefore, she elaborate for the EL, environmental learning, ecological literacy, EL, behavior, affect, knowledge. So these are the tripartite relationship. Tripartite relationship are so many. In most, when children are in the outdoor environment, they have this relationship. Affect, knowledge, behavior. It affect one each another. Next slide, please. Okay. So therefore, here in literature in stage 1, you just present, let's say not more than 8 slides or 10 slides the most, but you really present how you get to understand your subject. So in this case, her main realm, umbrella just now, is child-friendly environment. Then she looked at, don't move the cursor. She looked at the literatures from 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010, meaning that 5 decades of literature. I repeat, 5 decades of literature. This is where the rigor comes in. When you rigor, then it's comprehensive. Then this becomes a solid base for her to really study on ecological literacy. Because after 2010, 2020, the mode of research on ecological literacy is getting momentum. How she know it? She looked at year 2000. She looked at 1990. She looked at 1980. She looked at 1970. So you need to see the trend. The trend. PhD is a breadth of knowledge. I repeat, PhD stands on the breadth of knowledge. Next slide, please. All right. So therefore, she comes with the problem statement. Okay. One of problem statement, I would like someone to read the second line. Can someone read the second line? Hello,
Little. Okay, next. Silakan, Mbak.
silakan.
Little is known about the fabric of children's everyday lives in rural. That is the physical activities and social interaction that form part of everyday experiences.
Here. You see the word here, little is known. So this becomes the research problem or the gap, right? So use this terminology, little is known. Okay. So the next sentence, can you read, continue reading the next sentence?
Children ecological literacy is rarely utilized.
Utilized. Okay, you see, rarely utilized. You see, that is also a deficiency. Therefore, she need to look at eco-literacy. This is where you get from your literature. Okay, continue reading. Missing key
opportunity to integrate their extensive everyday form in knowing, conception, seeing, perception, and doing action.
Therefore she begin to see what she's going to measure: conceptions, perceptions, action of children. You see, so from literature you begin to look what are your dimensions to measure, what are your domains, your variables, your parameters, your facets to measure. Okay, continue reading next sentence. Hello?
The children knowledge on how the property of the rural landscape influence behavior and ecological literacy is not known.
It's not known. You see, little is known, now is not known. Therefore, there is a validity that she need to study on eco-literacy when children engage physically, socially in the natural environment. You got it? Therefore, when you present, you just present a few slides only, but people understand that what actually you are doing at this stage 1. Next slide. You see, then she has this to investigate. She has put up the aims. Then she put up 3 objectives. Okay, 3 objectives. Next slide. Then here comes her theoretical framework. When you have read, she have read more than 200 here. After about 3 semesters, then she mold it. She shape into her theoretical framework. Okay, so the theoretical framework hinge on 3 things. 1, direct experience with nature. 2, eco-literacy. And when they have this direct experience and eco-literacy, they show the preferences, environmental preferences when they are engaged in the outdoor environment. So the engagement is through actions. Yeah, I mean that they through play. Yeah. So you need to develop your own theoretical framework, guys. If you don't have theoretical framework, meaning that your PhD thesis is not strong, it's not rigor, not comprehensive. Need to develop your theoretical framework. Next slide. All right. Now we go to stage 2, meaning that if you would like to show only your research methodology, that's enough for the colloquium. So what to do? In the methodology, you show your research onion, which include paradigm, philosophy, research approach, methodological choice, research strategy, time horizons, technique and procedures. Okay, let me show you one example by Dr. Azmia Ghaffar, which graduated last year. This she is also my student. Next. Next slide. Okay. Can someone read the title here of her research?
Contribution of living wall system on thermal performance and particulate accumulation at industrial city of Pasir Gudang in Malaysia.
Yeah. So here, what is the subject of this research?
Living wall system.
Yeah, living wall system that affect thermal performance, right? And particulate accumulation. What is the setting?
Industrial city thermal performance and particulate accumulation.
No. What is the setting?
Industrial city of Pasir Gudang.
Yes, industrial city of Pasir Gudang. Yes, it must be industrial city. It cannot be any cities. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Next. Here come the onion. So this onion, it comes from the outer, which is the philosophy. Her research is experimentation, meaning that her research is positivism. Yeah, positivism. Some people call post-positivism, right? Then you go to the approach. It's about deduction. It's not induction, because experimentation usually is a deduction. Then you look at what are the choice of the methods. She used mixed method. She has two methods, multi-method quantitative, not multi-method qualitative. It's multi-method quantitative, right? Therefore, much of her research will depend on SPSS, right? Analysis. Then strategy, she utilized experiment, meaning that she has to be on the side, bring her tools, bring her laboratory tools to measure temperature, accumulation of particulates, to measure leaf error index, to measure the size of particles. Okay, all right. Then what are the under the time horizon is cross-sectional. She only did for 3 months. She cannot do for 3 years. She has short time, only cross-section, not longitudinal. Then when you have all this from philosophy until time horizons, then she knows what to collect, what data to be collected. So the inner part is where her research is. This is called research onion. Okay, there are many types of research onion. Okay, but this is one example that I like to show to you all. Next slide, please. All right, this is another example by Tika Aunisa Fitria. She, as discussed with Fitri just now, she's about to submit a thesis, inshallah, by the end of August, this August. Okay, can someone read the title?
Adaptive behavior of urban neighborhood resident toward socio-spatial transformation in Kampung Prawirotaman, Yogyakarta, Indonesia.
What is the subject?
Behavior of urban neighborhood.
Additive behavior, not just behavior. Additive behavior. Yeah. Meaning that they change. What is the object?
Neighborhood residents.
No. The subject, social spatial transformation. Yes. What is the location, setting?
Prawirotaman Kampung.
No. Kampung Prawirotaman. Yes. In Jogja. Thank you. Next slide. You see? Then you have aim and research question. You see? Her research hinge on 2 research questions. Research question is the things that direct you what to do. So therefore, she comes with research question first. Then only she comes with research objective. She has 3 research questions: RQ1, RQ2, RQ3. 3 research objectives. Because her research is exploratory plus explanatory. Exploratory plus explanatory. Okay. Therefore, her research should be lots of descriptions, lots of explanation. Therefore, her interpretation is thick. All right. I presume her research could be as thick as 300 pages. Next slide. Okay. So this is her research onion, but she did not use the onion. She utilized this form. When you look at this, there are these variables she measure, there are methods she used, there are tools and output she anticipates. See all those? These are the things that you need to be clear when you present your research methodology. So in the colloquium, you can present just methodology alone. No need to show results. No need to show the theory, theoretical framework. Just show your methodology. Because colloquium is short. Colloquium is about to tell what are your outcomes now. And then people will give feedback to you, constructive feedback, so that you know what to do next. Next slide. Okay. Now we go to the third. The third is where you completed your analysis. Now you have results. Results alone couldn't be, your result cannot speak by itself. You need to interpret it. Interpretation result means you describe, explain in your discussion sections. Discussion sections. All right. So the result is your empirical evidences. You see, just now when we look at Tika, actually her empirical evidences are just in maps, not in numbers, not in tables, just in figures, maps. Okay, now we're going to show you one example. Okay, this one, when you present your result, do not answer all objective. You should only answer one objective. I'm going to show you here. Dr. Janaton Yusuf, I'm going to show you how she answered research objective 1. Okay, research objective 1. Okay, next. Okay. Can someone read the topic? Hello, someone read the topic?
Ismail, please.
Importance
Go ahead.
of a coastal village as an outdoor play milieu affecting the sensibility of Bajau Ubian children in Bambang Island, Sabah, Malaysia.
Okay. Who is the subject here?
Affordance of coastal village.
No, that is the object. No, yeah, you are right. Who is the object here?
Sensibility of
Bajau Ubian.
Bajau Ubian.
Location, what is the setting?
Bambang Island, Sabah, Malaysia.
Yeah, Boom Boom Island in Sabah. Okay, thank you. Next slide, please. All right. So when you show your result, her research is in qualitative mode. Therefore, she utilized NBBO. So she shows this and the chart, right? From there are 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 main ones here. From graspable, sociality, water, attached object, then so forth, right? So the smaller the square, meaning that the less significant is the engagement of children with the coastal environment. Therefore, here she begin to show she begin to reveal what actually her result is. So let me read one. The graspable is the highest taxonomy with 38%, then goes on. But then when you make and you want to link your research with others, this is what she has already written in her literature review. Therefore, this finding contradicts. I see. This is the beauty of it. Her finding is not the same as those done by the Western. Contradicts the finding of others such as Have done in New York, Kita done in Finland, Seski, Kepley, which found that superordinate classification of children's outdoor action comprised of flat, smooth, and rigid. So her research is different. Therefore, she shows one trajectory on her research because her research is in rural, whereas all those research done by the Western authors are in urban. Therefore, she shows one new finding. But this one is just the numbers, but she needs to interpret further. Okay. It was noticeable that 4 subordinate categories were recorded: microclimate, soundable, edible, and inactable. See, she come up with new terminology from subordinate category from the taxonomy. All right. Okay, this is one under objective 1. But then she has another result or to answer objective 1. Next slide. Okay. This slide, therefore, she used this histogram. Get it from the NBBO and change into histogram. Okay, this is how. Yeah. Therefore, she shows that some of the finding level of evidence used to explain the composition and the complexity of actions and so forth. Right. But then she relate her research with another author, which is Kita. The similarity between each level showed that affordance form a cycle of actions. Meaning that her Kita research and her research, there is a similarity. Just now there is a difference. Now there's a similarity. Okay, demonstrating the revolution of sensory capacity to bodily movement capacity. Kita's in her thesis coins that notions that the perceived, utilize, and shape work in cycle. She found that research children's action affordance is in cycle at this island. Next slide. All right. Now the final stage. So those who are about to submit your thesis and you like to attend this colloquium and you like to present your work, I would suggest that you present your novelty. This is where you contribute to the body of knowledge. Yeah, that will benefit humanity. So therefore, you need to put into diagram. This is the connotations. Previously, stage 3 is just denotation. This is connotation that reveal the knowledge that this author, Dr. Amalina, which done 10 days ago, shows in a diagrammatic form. So it's easy for people to understand what is the new knowledge that she has revealed, she has attained, that she has achieved, that she has elicited. All right, next slide. Okay, this is the thing that I asked just now early in my lecture. Structural diversity of urban forests influencing cultural ecosystem service to urban inhabitants in Johor, Malaysia. Next. Okay, here comes her conclusion. You see, the most, let's leave the one on the left. I like to focus on the one on the right, the fishbone. You see, when people do recreation in urban forests, meaning that these are forests in the cities, dalam kota, yeah. So therefore, she like to look what are the in urban inhabitant cultural practices. So the cultural practice: 1, recreational; 2, education; 3, spiritual; 4, social relationships; 3, inspirational value; and 6, cognitive development. Under that, there are sub. What are the things that influence recreational? Age and rows of big trees. These are what she has found. And she put all these things under the backbone of cultural ecosystem service, cultural ecosystem benefits, which will give impact to the well-being of urban inhabitants, which come to do recreation in this urban forest. Okay, next slide. Next slide. Okay. Therefore, as a researcher, you need to display what you have found to people easy for people to understand. Therefore, here she used these rings, yeah, these circles, and then she also used cross sections, yeah, cross section, so that tell what are the things that you have found, okay, in diagrammatic form. I think those are who are in architecture and urban planning able to do this well. All right, so show in a diagrammatic form. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is my last slide. So therefore, at the end of this colloquium, I would like that you all able to attain these 5 know-hows. 1, to know what to do next in your study. If you are about to finish, if you are in the conclusion, perhaps you now need to begin to how to construct your flowchart diagram. Then, to gain a momentum to produce novelty in your inquiry. You see, PhD stands on novelty, new knowledge. You must ask yourself, what new knowledge that I'm going to get from my PhD? You must ask that every single day. 3, to learn the spiritedness of your inquiry with the realm of your research subject. So how does your research, is it fit the subject that you have drawn during in your research trend map? Then 4, to recognize that PhD study is not a rocket science. No, PhD is about how to understand your research process. I repeat, PhD is about how to understand your research process. It's not a breakthrough, it's not rocket science. All right. 5, I hope that you all able to establish or extend your research network with peers within, let's say, OGM or with UPM later on. Thank you. I'm done with my lecture. Yeah, it's 45 minutes. Any question? I would say that I think we should have a tatap muka. Yeah, this one is very difficult with online. Extremely difficult. I hate it because it's more than 32 months already. Yeah, that's the reason that Last month, in May, I went to Batam to teach at one university in Batam. Then after that, I went to Jogja to teach at UNISA. After that, I went to University Muhammadiyah Surakarta in Solo. Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, yeah. I really hope that it does not impede or does not dilute the strength of your novelty of research. Yeah, with this online learning. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Anybody like to ask question? If no, go ahead and you can read the slides, right? So hopefully on the 1st and 2nd of August, we're able to meet online. Yeah, present, share your research. There's nothing to be stressed upon. Just share what you have. There's no evaluation. There's no grading. There's no assessment, right? Just share what you. So that you make yourself happy to share what you have attained in your research inquiry. Okay, thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Prof.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Prof.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Thank you,
you.
bro.